so I just kind of wanted to show you this like shirt I'm wearing. It kind of goes well with this eyeshadow look that I did. I did not do a tutorial on my eyes. Plus I had to clean and cook my house. Plus I had to clean my house and cook, so I took forever. I just wanted to show this top because I got this shirt probably like $4. And I got it at this place called Agasai, or at least I pronounce it that way. I don't know what the heck it's pronounced, Agassi or something like that, but I love Agasai. That's how I like to pronounce it. I kind of just put it with some shorts. I don't know if you can see, but I just put it like this, and I thought it looked so cute. Like, I don't know. I got this for like $4. Can you guys believe it? They always have cute sales. So if you guys were wondering, yeah. Yeah, so today I'm gonna start off with a story. Okay, guys, so I haven't talked about this story in like probably almost a year, so I'm just gonna need to like refresh everything about this story. Yes, I lost my dog in Mexico for 1 month. Like, where the hell was she? Like, what was she doing? She went missing in 2015, December 2015. It was a week, it was like right before Christmas. But the thing was, I didn't know. So like I used to live in a small town near the borderline because my mom lives in Mexico, and my mom would take care of my dog, which is Chloe, my poodle. Once I graduated out of high school, I moved back to the town where I like grew up in, and it's like an hour away from the borderline. So I moved back in town with my boyfriend, and I got a job and I was continuing school. And since I really didn't have a place to like stay on my own, I was living with my boyfriend's parents. So it's not like my call to bring my dog with me, you know? So my mom kept my poodle. A long story short, trying to make this long story short, you guys. So like my mom had my dog, and you know, I guess she lost her. Like she doesn't know how she lost her. She said that like she was outside and she just was gone. She never came back. So I didn't know though. Like the way I found out was it was Friday, so it was December. It was already after Christmas. I think it was like a day after New Year's. And my sister was in Mexico with my mom, and I was here. And I was like watching TV at like 2 in the morning, and my boyfriend was sleeping, and like me and my sister are texting each other, and I'm like, hey, like give my dog a big kiss, tell her Happy New Year's, because it was like a day after or something like that. So my sister like texted me, and she was like, I have something to tell you. And she's like, call me. And it's like 2 in the morning, you guys. So I'm like, okay, like what's going on? Because I just brought up my dog to her, and then she tells me this. So she calls me and she's like, hey, your dog's missing. And I was like, oh my gosh. For those who like watch novelas, which is like a Spanish program, novelas, like the girls tend to be so exaggerating, like, no puede ser, ay no, Dios mío, and this and that. That's how I was. Like when my dog, when my sister told me, I was like, no, and like I was standing up, and like I just like dropped to the floor, like oh my god, like I was so exaggerated, but like that's how my reaction was at 2 in the morning. And my boyfriend wakes up and he's like, what's wrong, and he's trying to pick me up, and I'm like dead weight, like no, like this was for real, like I'm not exaggerating. So my boyfriend like picks me up and he's trying to put me on the bed. And I'm just like, my dog. So I've had Chloe since I was 12 years old. She is 10 years old right now. So I've had her like so long. Like she's about to turn 11 years old next month on April 3rd. Or next week, I mean, on April 3rd. So she's about to turn 11 years old. Like I basically like grew up with her in a way. Like that's my child. That's my baby there, you know? I accidentally like hang up on the phone with my sister because I was all like, you know, the way I was reacting to it. And I call her back. For me, I was like, Jocelyn, what happened? Like, you know what? Like, you guys need to print out flyers, ask everyone, knock at each door and ask everyone, like, where is Chloe? Like, have you seen her? And Jocelyn was like, she's been missing for over a week now. So there goes me with the novela again. No, like I'm crying and everything. And I'm just like crying again. And That night I didn't sleep at all. I was like, she's been missing for a whole week and my mom did not bother to tell me. And now that I see it, my mom didn't want to tell me because, not because she didn't care or anything, like she cared too much that she didn't want to tell me the bad news. She didn't want me to go through the suffering of like my dog is missing. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I just couldn't believe that she was missing already for over a week in Mexico. I was devastated. Like it was probably like 5 in the morning. Jonathan's dad came to the kitchen and he saw me with my eyes like teared up. He tells me like, oh, we'll do a flyer saying like reward $100. And I was like, okay, like I don't have that money right now, so like I'm not gonna do it. So the next day I send money to my mom to do flyers everywhere, picture of her, and say like, have you seen her, like lost dog. My brother, my sister, and my mom went to each house. I don't know, like it was already a week late that like I didn't know my dog was already missing, so like it drives me so crazy. So I send my mom money to put her on the newspaper, to put her on there's like a church there that they announce like, you know, the news, not the news, but they announce stuff. So they like announce my dog. There's flyers. By the 3rd week, I decided to put lost dog reward $100 if found. Everyone was looking for this poodle. Everyone in Facebook had like reposts like, have you seen this poodle? This dog was everywhere. I can't believe it. Like it was like no one can find her. By 3 weeks, I was already like going through all that grief. Like I was sad. I was like mad. I was like trying to like think of like what I can do. I was even putting $100 to try to get her back. Like, and then there's I was already to the point where I was accepting that my dog is gone. Like, it's so horrible. Like, oh my God, no. My concern is that it's already January and it's freezing, especially in Mexico. Like, it's a lot colder than here. So I'm just like, my dog, anything could have happened. Anything. Like, either another dog like attacked her, because there's like a bunch of other like stray dogs that they're like pretty big and they were starving and maybe they attacked her for food or something. A cat probably like scratched her and she got infected and died or something. I don't know. She got hit by a car, because like in Mexico, like driving over there is pretty crazy. Like I used to go there all the time. Like they drive pretty crazy. I don't know. She probably froze to death. She starved. She like probably got dehydrated. And I thought of so many things that I'm like, she's suffering. Like, I don't know. Like, she probably is already dead and no one can find her. So when I put the reward for $100, I saw that a lot of people were like actually putting the effort to look for her. By the 3rd week, my mom had already seen 6 different poodles. And they were none of them were my dog. Like 6 different poodles. And my mom, like, I don't know, since we've had her for so long, like my mom already knows like who she is. She would try to see if it's Chloe or not. She knew that it wasn't. And I'm like, Mom, are you sure? Like, so she'll send me pictures and it's not. Like, she has this type of nose that we can tell. She does tricks too. She knows how to jump, sit, give paw, and do roll. So like, plus we use this word saying bye-bye. Want to go bye-bye? And like, she's like, okay, like she gets up. That means like, let's go. Like, we're going to go for a drive. And she goes super crazy. Like, my mom, like, she was just able to tell that it was not her when she would see these other 6 poodles. And like the people who had these poodles are like, yes, it is her. Like, es ella, tráetela. Trying to convince my mom that it was her, and it wasn't. And my mom was like, no, it's not her. And they're like, yeah, this is her. By the 3rd week, I was like, Mom, like put her in the radio. In the radio, like they announced it, and like in 2 days, it was like on a Wednesday, it was already like a month that she was gone. I was on my way to work and I was talking to my mom, no luck or anything. And my mom was like, well, this guy called me. I'm gonna go after work today and see this poodle and see if it's her. Just don't get your hopes up. And I was like, okay, like, don't get my hopes up, because I was already like at this point accepting that, you know, like this is just one more time. Like, that's it. After this, like if it's not her, that's it. Like, I accept it already. Like, I went through so much pain already that I was like, okay, like, just don't get my hopes up. So then I'm at work this whole time. Sorry, I get so like emotional about this. So like I'm at work. My aunt, she texts me and she's like, they found clothes. but she meant to spell Chloe. And then she's like, Chloe. Like, she was like, I don't know. So it took a couple of text messages for me to understand what she was trying to say, because she put like, they found clothes. Like, you know, ropa, you know, clothes. And I'm just like, what? So I'm just like, Chloe. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, no way. So I'm like right there trying to go on Facebook, because me and my mom communicate better with Facebook because of her phone in Mexico. And oh, my boyfriend's here with my dog. I'll show you my dog right now. So they found Chloe. Like, they really found Chloe. And like, I see pictures of my mom, like in the Facebook picture, I just see my mom, like me in the novela, like crying like this. And my dog, like, she was so dirty. She was not white. Like, she was brown and stained, and like her hair was like super gross. Like, who knows where she's been. But my mom was like crying. Like, you just see her like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, just like the novela, like in the picture. She sent me like 2. I don't know if this is actually Chloe. Okay, so this is her, the star of the show right now. She's 10 years old, about to be 11. Hi, mama. She always gets camera shy. It's like she knows I'm recording. Like, she's literally like, just like, my mom said that she was acting like she was a feral, which makes sense because she was gone for a month. Who knows where she was at and what she was doing. And, you know, you become feral. For those who don't know what feral means wild. Like, I didn't know that word for the longest time. So my mom told me that she was underweight. Like, she was super skinny, and like, she was just like super dirty. She smelled. My mom told me that she had to give her a bath and like put her in a blanket and just hold her for like 2 hours, because she just looked like she was scared. So the guy who had Chloe, he said that he only had her for 2 days. 2 days. Like, where was she for the rest of the month? How did she survive the rest of the month? Like, how did she not freeze to death or starve to death or like got attacked by someone else or hit by a car? Like, for me, it's just like crazy. Like, this guy only had her for 2 days. Like, the way he found her was, this guy owns a restaurant, and I guess he was like closing up the restaurant. Like, she was outside of the building. He was just walking, and she was following him. He tried getting Chloe, and she kind of like backed away from him. He kept walking and she kept following him. Like, tried to welcome Chloe in, and she went in. And then he said that the next day he heard on the radio that about Chloe, like, you know, missing poodle. So that's when he called my mom. Going crazy. Like, I remember that there's times when I couldn't even eat. At home, I couldn't sleep. Like, it's just, I think the worst part was like not knowing if she was alive or not. Not knowing if she was suffering. I was like, should I stop looking for her? Should I like continue looking for her? Like, everywhere in Mexico, like, where can she be? Like, it's just so crazy for me. And my mom even checked the pound in Mexico. She wasn't there either. I remember that too. But I just kind of felt like it was crazy because I found out a whole week after she was already gone. I've told this whole story to PetSmart when I go buy her food. And like, all the workers are like, oh my gosh, like, there should be a movie about this. Even my mom, till today, she says it's a miracle. Like, what happened is honestly a miracle. And this girl, like, I wish she can talk and tell me what she did for the rest of the month. Because how the hell did you survive, Chloe? How the hell did you survive, huh, mama? What did you do? Like, if anyone invents any like machine or like a talking thing like for dogs can talk, I will buy it right away so I can ask her that question. Like, I really want to know what she did. She just came from Lowe's with my boyfriend, so she's probably like tired. It's funny because the Lowe's, like the store, they allow her to be in there, and like she walks around and everything. They already know who she is. Like, it's so cute. If you guys love dogs and love this story, give me a thumbs up. If you guys thought this was a miracle, yeah, give it a thumbs up, because I thought this was a miracle. What happened? Like, out of everyone, this happened to me. Subscribe down below if you guys haven't. Push that like notification bell button to get notified when I'm posting. And I'm planning to do more stories like this. I have a bunch of crazy stories, so yeah.
Up with it, girl. Rock with it, girl. Show them it, girl. With a bang bang. Bounce with it, girl. Dance with it, girl. Get with it, girl. With a bang bang.
Come